And I quote, I would have happily strangled Lori due to her antics. Strangled. See, this isn't just fluff, it's primal.
For the love of literature? That's a reviewer comment, not Shakespeare. We cannot open the segment discussing fictional homicide. It lacks decorum.
Decorum. We're talking about That Ring by Jillian Dodd. It's about a quarterback ditching the wife everyone hated for 15 years. Decorum left the building when Jennifer, oops, I moved next door, Edwards showed up. This book is basically a divorce party people paid $9.99 to attend.
Welcome to Heartbook Radio, where nuance goes to die. We are ostensibly discussing That Ring, the continuation of the That Boy saga, a narrative apparently centered on one Danny Diamond, a professional thrower of oblong pigskins, and his belated romantic entanglement with an actress, Jennifer Edwards, 15 years after some initial fumbling.
Fumbling. See, even you admit he dropped the ball. He meets this Jennifer woman, gets all tempted even though he's married to Satan's sister Lori, then waits 15 years while she marries the devil herself, has kids, wins Super Bowls, probably gets CTE, and then decides, oh hey, remember that tipsy promise from '09, let's do this. And Jennifer just happens to be fleeing paparazzi next door, right? This author clearly just read the fan forums and went, okay, fine, you can have him.
While the narrative convenience is striking, let's attempt to analyze the characters with some semblance of objectivity. Danny Diamond, the archetypal sports hero, yet seemingly paralyzed by his manipulative ex-wife, Lori. Reviewers paint her as a Machiavellian nightmare, a veritable Igo in designer clothes.
Oh, she's way worse than Ago. Iago just messed with Othello. Lori apparently terrorized readers for like 8 books. They wanted her gone. Danny letting her walk all over him during the divorce. Pathetic. He's got muscles but no spine. He spills milk dramatically in the book. Spilled milk. That tells you everything. He probably cries when his fantasy football team loses.
His emotional vulnerability could be interpreted as depth. A man wrestling with the dissolution of a long-term relationship. The welfare of his children.
Depth. He waited 15 years. That's not depth, that's analysis paralysis. And Jennifer? Oh, poor Jennifer. Too given they say, translation doormat, she's hiding from paparazzi, but walks right into Danny's 5-alarm dumpster fire divorce and deals with her own toxic ex, Troy, who's got addiction issues. Girl, get a therapist, not a new boyfriend next door. Someone needs to tell her, honey, if he couldn't handle his first psycho ex, what makes you think he's ready for yours? It's like my neighbor Carol dating that guy whose ex Kate his car and her cat. Some people just attract crazy.
So, you find no redeeming qualities in these protagonists. You simply wish to assassinate their fictional characters.
Assassinate. The readers wanted Lori assassinated. I'm just calling it like I see it. Danny's weak, Jennifer's a glutton for punishment, and Lori deserves everything she gets. I bet her therapist charges triple. They probably both hate Lori, though. That's the only thing they agree on. That and maybe the thread count on Danny's expensive sheets. You just know they mention the thread count.
They do not. Now, the crucial question amidst this maelstrom of melodrama, is That Ring actually any good? Reviews are polarized. Some call it cotton candy kind of happy fluff. Others mention being a blubbering mess, or having their brain and heart turn to goo. One poor soul read it while sick with the flu and couldn't differentiate delirium from plot quality.
Brain goo. See, that's passion. But okay, the fluff thing. How can it be fluff when they kill the dog? They kill the family dog. People were ugly crying. That's not fluff. That's emotional terrorism. It's a cheap shot.
Ah, yes, the canine demise. A rather transparent attempt at eliciting pathos. Wouldn't you agree? Manipulative even. It serves little narrative purpose beyond generating tears. Frankly, it's lazy writing.
Lazy. Okay, mister, the well symbolizes industrialization. Maybe it was sad. Maybe some of us have hearts. Unlike you during our Moby Dick debate, you didn't shed one tear for that whale.
It's an allegorical cetacean, not a golden retriever named whatever the dog's name was. The point is, the critical reception is bafflingly inconsistent. We received an email, well, you probably solicited it, from someone named Laura Hatter for Eva, asking if Danny and Jennifer will adopt kittens in the sequel. Kittens.
And what's wrong with kittens? Better than killing dogs. Another email from Danny Needs a Spine said, quote, if Danny Diamond were a sandwich, he'd be white bread with nothing on it left out in the rain. See, people get it. It's fluff, but it's also infuriating. I mean, I kind of like the friendship stuff with his buddies, Jaden and Philip. Friendship goals, minus the questionable taste in partners. But then Lori shows up again, and I just want to throw the Kindle.
So your assessment is literary whiplash. You swing from defending its emotional core to advocating for Kindle destruction.
Exactly. It's like eating ghost pepper cotton candy, sweet, then painful, then confusing.
All right, time for the final verdict. Our highly scientific, not at all arbitrary rating system. Your turn.
Okay, for the sheer catharsis of Lori finally getting dumped, and because it made me want to both hug and shake the main characters, I give that ring 7 out of 10 tear-soaked tissues. Mostly for the dog, fine.
For its reliance on cliché, its manipulative emotional tactics, and the baffling devotion it inspires, despite questionable character choices, I award it 3 out of 13 unnecessary quarterback protagonists. It's readable. In the way gas station coffee is drinkable. Barely.
You're just mad because people actually enjoyed this, unlike that 800-page snooze fest about existential dredging you picked last month.
It was Dostoevsky.
Whatever. Next week, we're tackling the sentient toaster oven who loved me too much. Should be warm.
I need hazard pay. You've been listening to Heartbook Radio? Or perhaps enduring it.